Here we go now.
What is going on? Woo. Hey, y'all. Happy Tuesday. It is a windy, gloomy day here in New York City, but I did Pilates, I ran some errands, and I voted early. I would show you my voting sticker, but I don't have it here, but also tells you like where you voted. And I'm like, I don't need people knowing where in New York City I live or abode, where my abode is. So I did vote early though, okay? And for those that were watching on X, a lady commented, I'm not voting for Zohran Mamdani. Girl, I didn't ask you who you were voting for. I said I voted early. I love how the internet is triggered by just someone saying, I voted early. Like, I didn't ask you who you voted for. If you're going to vote, good for you. I can't imagine a woman voting, though, for Andrew Cuomo. So then there's that. Okay, see, here we go. Here we go. Here we go. I can't imagine. I don't know how you could call yourself a feminist and vote for Andrew Cuomo. And he's got 13 women that have accused him of sexual harassment. I can't imagine that you would vote for Andrew Cuomo and it's subsequently voting for anyone that is in support of Trump. But you know, people vote by their interests, not realizing your interests aren't just that one particular thing that you're voting for. Your interest involves other people doing well. It does. I'm not gonna get into the politics. When I was on Teresa's podcast, I talked about politics. We had a really great conversation. If you missed it, be sure to check that out on the What Else Is Going On podcast. We Go podcast here on YouTube and on her podcast on podcast platforms. So we had a really great conversation about politics, Real Housewives, and everything in between. But I voted early. Go utilize your power to vote. If you don't see what's happening with the government shutdown, this is why elections matter. Okay? So go and vote. All right? I just get frustrated. No, play. No, I posted on X, voted early to encourage other people to vote. But I also put hashtag, Zohran for mayor. Homegirl was just like, I'm not voting for Mamdani. Okay, I didn't ask. She's probably watching this now. I didn't ask you who you voted for. All right? But I'm shocked that a woman would be voting for a sexual harasser, but there we go. All right. Nicole said voted last month. You did the mail-in? Mm-hmm. Shout out to everyone that voted, because again, elections matter. Also, I'm just going to say this and then we're going to move on. If you watched the debates, if I just came into this whole situation not knowing anything about Zohran, not knowing anything about Andrew Cuomo, not knowing anything about that other guy. If I came in not knowing anything about them and I just watched the debates, I don't know how you would even think about voting for Cuomo, because when he's confronted by his history, his track record, he's unable. Like, I thought Trump was bad at answering questions. Go watch those debates. Those debates alone would make me not want to vote for him. I'm like, oh, I can't vote for this man. Like, he He's like humming over the issues and the facts. But here we are. Okay, Heather. Me and Heather voted this morning. Hey, Heather. Well, technically this afternoon for me. Okay. So anyway, Queen says local elections matter greatly. All elections matter. All elections matter. But you're right. I don't think people realize how important your local elections are too. So I voted today. Just a reminder for those that haven't voted. If you're here in New York City, voting early has started. I'm sure if it's in your city, please let everyone else know. Early voting has started in whatever city you're watching. Please let everyone know. Okay. I voted today, and there are quite a few. If you're voting here in New York City, there are like 6 different proposals that are on there. Just pay attention to them. You should have gotten something in the mail telling you about them, but you do have a right at your voting location to read through the ballots. So, and shout out to all the polling employees, and it's always us. It's always the black people, always the black women shout out to y'all. Okay, thank you for doing the hard work. Okay, Jamaica says I'm New Jersey voting by mail. As long as you're voting, that's all that matters to me. So, anyway, I'll get off of my soapbox, come back on down. Come back on down. This is a Hot Topics Live, so we have a variety of hot topics that I want to talk about. It's mostly reality TV based, but as you saw just now, it was about voting based. Let's just say, take a moment for Jamaica. Hurricane Melissa has made landfall in Jamaica. It's a record for the Atlantic Ocean. It's a record when it comes to a hurricane that's ever hit Jamaica, Category 5. So let's continue to pray for friends, family, and our community that is located in Jamaica. And right now it's hitting the southern part of Jamaica, but it will affect the entire island. So let's make sure that we are, if you don't pray, good thoughts, warm thoughts, wishing well, that all helps. That all helps. So prayers for everyone affected by the hurricane and every other Caribbean island that's in its path. I know let's continue to pray for Haiti and Dominican Republic. They were already affected by the hurricane as well. All right. Yeah. And praying for Cuba, like I said, all the islands that are in the path of Melissa. All right, let's get to where do I want to begin? You know what we always used to do for Tuesday Takeover? Technically, this is Tuesday Humana Takeover. Be sure to let me know what is your good news. What is your good news today? I have good news. We are almost at our fundraising goal for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. We are raising money here on YouTube. So for those that are watching on X or you're watching on Twitch, head on over to our YouTube. You can check out any of our last couple of videos. If you're watching the replay of this, you'll be able to see it along the side or below the video where you can donate. We are raising money for Black Women's Health Imperative. So 100% of your donation goes to that organization thanks to YouTube giving. We are at like almost $2,700 of the $3,000 that we're trying to raise. So please donate what you can. Okay. All right. So thank you to everyone that's already donated. We really appreciate your support as well. And thanks to the almost 100 of you that have already liked this video. I appreciate it. Thank you. All right. Where do I want to begin? All right. There's a new episode of Real Housewives of Salt Lake City tonight. I'm looking forward to that. Andy Cohen recently talked about the upcoming episodes. He says these next couple of episodes, I can't remember his exact words, but basically, you know what Andy Cohen says. A lot of times we take it with a grain of salt because Andy is invested in these shows being successful. So a lot of times he's like, oh my God, wait till you see these next couple of episodes. They're iconic. They're epic. So he said that recently about the upcoming episodes of Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. However, I love Salt Lake City. So part of me sort of like, okay, let's see how this goes. So remember, he said it. I'm not saying it. Let's see how it all turns out these next couple of episodes of Salt Lake City. But I'm enjoying Salt Lake City this season. I've been enjoying them as well. Just Jules says, got a negative mammogram today. That's amazing. I'm glad you went. Let that be a reminder to those of you that have been putting it off. And I know, I'm talking to you. I'm looking right at the camera. And if you're listening to the podcast version, I'm talking to you. You've been putting off that mammogram. I'll wait. Go book it right now. Okay, pause me and then book it. Look, pause me and book it. But book it. I already have my physical planned. I have my physical next a week from today. I have my physical plan. I keep up with my doctors. That's the one thing about me. I'm not one of those people, and I'm not going to become one of those people. I'm like, that's unusual. Look, that's unusual. Let me make an appointment with my doctor. Your heart health, so important. That is a silent killer. A lot of times you don't even know that your blood pressure's up. You're missing all the signs and symptoms and not realizing that you're walking around with high blood pressure. Go get your physical. Go to the doctor. Okay. All right. All right. Let me get off my other soapbox. There was a lot of soapboxes today. Okay. So Andy Cohen says that these next couple of episodes of Real Housewives of Salt Lake City are going to be epic, iconic. Okay, he didn't use those words, but he said they're going to be really, really good. Okay. I believe him because I think Salt Lake City's really good. I think it's a good show. I enjoy it. I didn't need him to say that, but he says these next couple of episodes are going to be really, really good. All right. I just saw the ages on X. Someone posted the ages of all the housewives that are on Salt Lake City. I did not realize the gap of difference in ages when it comes to some of the women. So, like, I think most of them are in their 50s. Mary's like 53, I think they said. Like, or 51, I can't remember. Somewhere in like her early 50s. I didn't realize that Angie K is 51. What? Angie, you look amazing. Angie K is 50. I mean, they both look amazing. But, I think we take for granted. We see a black woman and, she tells us she's 70 and she looks like she's 30. We're like, of course. So I should be more amazed at how good Mary Cosby looks as well. We take it for granted, but she does look great. Angie K is 51. Brittany, who's a friend of the show, is 54. She's like the oldest on the cast. And acting like that? You saw the conversation she had with her daughter last week. What? You're 54? You're like the oldest in the group? And you're acting like that? Your daughter has more maturity than you do? Exactly. Whitney's the youngest. Whitney definitely gives the youngest. Like she gives the youngest in age, youngest in energy, but also she does look younger than most of them. But they all kind of look around the same age. Bronwyn is 40. Moisturization. I think Bronwyn. Steph says Bronwyn is 40. I feel like Bronwyn and Lisa are age equivalent. Anyone else? I wouldn't. If you told me that there was a 10-year age gap between them, I would have been like, no, they're around the same age. They grew up together. No, there's a 10-year age gap. Bronwyn's younger than me.
Lies! The lie!
Bronwyn is younger than me. Okay? Just want to point that out. Miss Barker said that's a hard 40. And look, we're not age shaming here, but we're just pointing out the obvious and why skincare is important. Okay? We'll get to my skincare in a second, but today's lunchtime live happy hour, Hot Topics Live, whatever you want to call it, is brought to you by our friends. Also, eating right is important, but I get it. We're all busy. We don't have the time. Some of you have children. Some of you have husbands. Same as children, I know. Some of you are just busy. So our friends over at Factor are back here in the channel, and they're making it easy for all of us when it comes to having a healthy meal, a variety of different meals, and being able to do that with time constraints. In 2 minutes, you can have a quality meal, unlike some of these other services out there. But our friends over at Factor has you covered as well. So fall always feels like a reset between back to school, busier routines, and shorter days. Finding time to cook can be tough. That's why I personally love Factor. Their chef-prepped, dietitian-approved meals make it easy to stay on track and enjoy something comforting and delicious, no matter how hectic the season gets. And it's about to get real hectic with the holidays. So they have more variety, more meals. You choose from a wider selection of weekly meal options, including premium seafood choices like salmon and shrimp at no extra cost. That's important. Because I have tried other services where if you want like a salmon, you want to, I don't eat shrimp, but if you want those things, they will like, well, this is going to be a different price. You can also support your wellness goals, enjoy even more GLP-1 friendly meals and new Mediterranean diet options packed with protein and good for you fats. So, of course, we always have a discount for our community. Eat smart at factormeals.com/Kempire50 off and use code Kempire50 off to get 50% off your first box plus free breakfast for 1 year. That's code Kempire50 off at factormeals.com for 50% off of your first box plus free breakfast for 1 year. Get delicious, ready-to-eat meals delivered with Factor. Offer only valid for new Factor customers with code and qualifying auto-renewing subscription purchase. More information on Factor will be available in the description. Okay? All right. Now that we've gotten that out of the way, let's get into some more hot topics. Okay. So, speaking of tonight and what's on television tonight, you know, last week we talked about Wife Swap, and I told you I enjoyed that episode. Speaking of Angie K, I thought that was a really great episode. Tonight's episode I'm looking forward to because I'm excited to see Joe Gorga with a black wife. I'm looking forward to it. So Melissa Gorga will be the wife that's swapping with this family. So, and the more that I see previews of this particular episode where the wife is going into the woman's closet, like she's going into Melissa's closet, that's why I wonder, is that part of the reason why they delayed Wendy Osefo's episode? They had to kind of comb through the episode. You know what I mean? So, I'm wondering, I guess we'll have to wait and see if we will even go into the bedroom. And if they do, are they going to be strategic on what they're going through? We'll see. But for those that didn't know, Wendy's episode will air on November 9th, right after Real Housewives of Potomac. And we'll talk about it on Monday after that episode. So November 10th, okay? And then my half birthday is that Tuesday. Yes, half birthday. Half birthday. It's my half birthday. 11/11. Shut up. But our friends over at Reality Blurb this is how I'm tying it together because Melissa Gorga's episode airs tonight, but she's also talking about Wendy's recent arrest. So they write this: Melissa Gorga reacted to the arrest of Wife Swap co-star Dr. Wendy Osefo. The Real Housewives of New Jersey star also addressed her potential reconciliation with sister-in-law Teresa Guidice, and she shared why she wants it to happen. So earlier this month, Wendy was arrested for allegedly staging a home burglary to get insurance money with her husband, Eddie Osefo. We gave you an update in regards to that yesterday as well. After the news broke, Bravo removed Wendy's Wife Swap episode, but it was soon revealed that the episode would air later, November 9th. On virtual reality, Melissa was asked to share her thoughts on Wendy's arrest. So this is what Melissa said. She says, the truth is, I saw it all online. I don't know enough about the situation. I really don't. Obviously, I'm seeing it all. I do know that her episode of Wife Swap is now going to air, but I don't know enough about the situation, honestly. She's giving grace. She might know a whole lot because she follows me. And some of these housewives act like they don't watch my videos. But she probably knows a lot, but she also doesn't want to give an opinion on it. Okay? Which I can understand because to me, that sometimes just shows support. She just wants to wait and see how it all plays out. And she knows Wendy. I don't know if they're friendly, but they all interact and she's about to see her at BravoCon. If she goes to BravoCon, no word on whether or not Wendy will be going. I think she will be because it's a big payday for them to attend BravoCon. And it's great for their ego. They love BravoCon. Their ego is like stroked. Okay. Melissa was then asked if she had touched base with Wendy since the arrest. She says, no, her and I never. I don't know her phone number, you know. Also, they're not friendly at all. And she still gave her grace. You see that, Ashley? You see that? She says, no, her and I never. I don't know her phone number, you know. We're not, we've been friendly through social media and stuff, but obviously I would always wish for the best, she answered. Later on, Melissa addressed her husband Joe Gorga's potential reconciliation with his sister Teresa. She says the feud is never something that I ever wanted to happen. This is me reading this after I just watched the Ultimate Girls Trip with Melissa and Teresa on it. Remember the OG season, the first season of it? And even then, Teresa was taking digs at Melissa, even though Melissa was really trying to, be a supportive sister-in-law and things like that. But even in that, you saw not directly to her in her confessionals and to other people, she was still taking digs at Melissa. So the feud is never something that I ever wanted to happen. This was never a line that I was drawing in the sand, she said. And the truth is, I'm always going to be team family. There is no way that I would ever not want that for Joe. I am shocked. Does it feel like I could never get there? Like, I don't know how we're here, how any of this is happening. Of course, I'm sure we all feel that way, right? But it happens. The host then asked Teresa and Melissa possibly filming together again, and then Melissa revealed why she wants to reconcile. So she said, that's for Bravo to decide. The truth is, we don't know what's happening for the show. I'm doing this for a more important reason. I think everyone would do it for a way more important reason than the show, which is my children. And I would be willing to move on and try things to show my children that this is this is no way to live. Mind you, Melissa's really close with her sisters. So she doesn't have this type of drama when it comes to her family. She says, like, this isn't normal, right? This has to get fixed. So it now sounds like she's open to reconciling because, Teresa recently said that she is ready to sit down and have a conversation with Joe Gorga. And apparently it won't be filmed if they do have some sort of sit down. That's what I heard recently. So everybody needs to be able to speak to one another. We all need to take accountability, including myself, she continued. I like hearing this. She says, I mean, at some point, we've all said things out of anger. So we'll see what happens. I mean, look, I like hearing that. Because if she had come in here and she was just like, well, now she wants to have a conversation, we were always right. At least she's saying, like, I'm sure I've said things that weren't the best either. So Melissa suggested that it should be private. She says, I'm going to keep this part private for right now, she said. I feel like this is our chance to do something off camera and not for the cameras and have it be authentic and have it be real. I appreciate what she had to say here. I think if Teresa was able to articulate herself better, I think people would probably sympathize with Teresa a little bit more, but I don't think Teresa has the words or the capability to really articulate herself in the way that Melissa is able to articulate herself. All right. So that's what Melissa has to say in regards to a reconciliation with Teresa and her thoughts on Wendy Osefo's recent arrest with her husband, Eddie Osefo, who does have a new attorney. We talked about that yesterday during yesterday's recap of Real Housewives of Potomac. We talk about it early on in the very beginning. So if you missed that, there is an update. Eddie does have an attorney, and Eddie is not throwing Wendy under the bus. Their marriage is fine. We also did a separate video yesterday giving you an update on what Gizelle and Robin had to say when it comes to Wendy's arrest. That was a pretty long video as well. So if you missed it, be sure to check that one out as well. All right. So that was your update on Melissa. Angie K, since we were just talking about Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, Angie K does have some things to say about the Soup Man. This is also from our friends over at Reality Blurb, because you know what we do here. We cite our sources. Angie Nevis is sharing her thoughts on her ongoing issues with Lisa Barlow and accusing her Real Housewives of Salt Lake City co-star of spreading lies. So as she also spoke of having grenades to use against Meredith Marks, who's 53, explained the root of her tiff with Mary Cosby, who's also 53, and offered an update on where they stand today. They're in a good place. Mary Cosby was just over there watching the latest episode of White Swap with her. So as she responded to the question about why she and Lisa have been continuously feuding on recent episodes, she says, at the French Fry franchise luncheon, I thought it was because we truly cared about each other and loved each other, Angie began during an interview with Entertainment Tonight via Bywig Hello Drama on Instagram. While Angie initially believed that their past friendship led to the two of them to be more passionate about certain things, she ultimately started to feel that Lisa simply had another side to her that she didn't previously know. She says she sent somebody to pick up the product and it started all over again. So I was really touched and moved by her at the end of that luncheon. Then it started all over. That's what, based on what we saw in regards to the edit, we were like, okay, we thought that it was over. Damn, J Poo says Meredith is only 53. Not bad. We were just yesterday talking about Angel and her possibly using filters. Now that's someone that's very guilty of using filters. Her and Lisa Hochstein, but no one mentions that on their show. All right. So she talked about how this got reignited. She says in regards to she says, and then there was another thing that didn't make it to air. So something else Lisa did. She says that didn't make it to the air. She says, I'll save it for the reunion, but she just slings accusations out there without any facts. So looking back at the Soup Man, we find out last week that it was Suit Man, not Soup Man. Angie said Lisa's story changed numerous times, even more than the fans witnessed. And she downplayed it. She's like, there is no Soup Man or Soup Man. She says it was soup and then it changed to suit and then it changed to something else. Oh. And I hope everything else airs because it was just all over the place, she shared. That's why I say come with facts. I'll deal with facts, but just hurling insults, it triggers me because the rumors and the nastiness I dealt with when I came on was just really overwhelming. And that's why it really triggered me immediately in that moment, along with things that were said at Amy's party that never aired. That's the thing. I always tell you, you're watching an edited version. So sometimes when you see them giving fever or shading another housewife, sometimes we have not seen an actual fight that's happened between people. Remember last season, there was an argument between Lisa and Mary that got really nasty and ugly. We barely saw anything of that last season. So there's a lot of stuff that's on the cutting room floor that we don't even know about. And hence why some of these people may never see it for each other. All right. Angie continues. She says, according to Angie, she was faced with a buildup between her and Lisa. She says, stop just throwing lies out there about me because take these and they run with them. And I've already dealt with that. The mafia, things about my marriage, it's like that was enough. And I just want to coast for a minute and have fun doing this show. Oh, I get it, Angie. Oh, look, oh. In addition to facing her own drama with Lisa, Angie said that Lisa has also encouraged her to dig up dirt on Meredith when the two of them weren't on good terms. She was giving me a grenade to put in my back pocket for when I needed it. Oh, is that what Lisa does? And if you notice, I needed it multiple times with Meredith after I came on the show and never used it. So that's not how I play ball, she explained. Moving on to Mary, Angie said that her co-star was worried about her during her time filming Wife Swap, the Real Housewives edition. She says, I had no cell service, so that really stressed her out because she couldn't get a hold of me, she recalled. I love their friendship. She says, while she and Mary went through a rocky patch amid season 6, Angie confirmed that they are now in a good place as she revealed why Mary was so upset about her drama with Lisa. When Mary explained to me, I, too, could understand why she felt the way that she did, Angie admitted. But in the moment, I couldn't hear her and I needed her to just give me a break because I was so hurt. But looking back, I'm responsible for my reaction. Lisa is not. And I don't like how I reacted, so I'm holding myself accountable to trying to respond differently in the future to these situations. Mary just wanted me to hold myself to a higher standard, as did I. And when you're in a moment where you're just so hurt and you finally had enough, sometimes you don't act like you want to, she added. All right. So that's what Angie K had to say about her ongoing feud with Lisa Barlow on Real Housewives of Salt Lake City. Wanted to give you an update on that. You may have seen earlier today the reunion looks for the Real Housewives of Orange County have dropped, and we have them here for you. I don't have who did what because I didn't see Bravo upload that, at least not yet. So we'll just have to go off of what we see. So shout out to everyone that did the hair, makeup, and the styling and provided the clothes and the jewels and everything like that. We love to celebrate the people behind the scenes. So the reunion looks are out. I want us to judge them from 1 to 10. I am actually very impressed because for the most part, the Orange County ladies are a big, when it comes to the reunion. Normally, I do not like them. I did not look forward to them. I saw that they were coming out today. I was like, who cares? And then we saw a preview, and that was Katie's reunion look. But I didn't expect Katie not to look pretty. She's a pretty woman. Okay. So let's take a look. I will show you Katie's look again. So this is Katie's reunion look. And for those that listen to the podcast, I'll just describe it for you. It's a pink dress, long dress. Her hair is down, long, luxurious. I love the shade of pink. She looks beautiful. Skin is skinning. I think she looks stunning, right? But I didn't expect anything less from her. I think she looks beautiful here. So when they dropped this, I was like, okay, I expected her to look great. I don't know. I shouldn't have, but I expected her to look great. I think she looks great here. I think hair and makeup look fantastic. I like the dress. And I mean, there's nothing special necessarily about the dress, but it looks pretty. And I like the color. I like the shade of pink that it is. It's almost like a hot pink. So I like this. If I had to rate this, and if you had to rate this, how would you rate it from 1 to 10? I think this is really good. And I hate to rate it high, but I think I should because I think everything looks great on her here. I'm going to give her an 8.5. I'm going to give her a 9. I'm going to give her a 9. I'm just going to give her a 9. I'm going to give her a 9. So that's Katie's look. Let's take a look at Gretchen's look. Gretchen is also playing with the pink. Gretchen looks like she is in a pageant. That is the look she's giving. I don't know what the theme is. I definitely see it's a play off of like reds and pinks. I think her hair and makeup look great. Again, she looks like she's in a pageant. It looks like she's wearing lingerie with a draping of cloth around her. So it's almost giving Greek god. You know what I mean? Or goddess, I should say. I think she looks pretty though. And a lot of times her makeup feels a little heavy. A lot of times her confessionals feel a little like Stepford wife. But this is kind of giving, sexy, which I'm kind of surprised. But I think she looks good. I don't necessarily love the dress. I don't hate the dress. I think it's still a nice dress. I hate the shoes though. The shoes are giving stripper heels. But okay, I think the heels might ruin the outfit for me. Not ruin it. That might be dramatic. But I still think she looks pretty. And I like that she kept it simple. She doesn't have anything around her neck. It's a very simple, like neck décolleté. Okay, a décolletage, as they say. I want to see around the dress. Actually, I kind of want to see how the dress moves. I want to see what the back looks like. It's different. She took a risk, so I'm gonna have to give her an 8. She definitely took a risk with this one. How would you guys rate Gretchen's look? But if I had to rate Gretchen's performance this season, a 4. And I think that's generous. Oh, hold on. Russ says she looks like a cupcake. She does kind of look like a cupcake. I actually really like her hair. I mean, normally I wouldn't like the hair. I think for her, though, it's very fitting. The hair looks healthy. I like that the hair is up. I think an 8 is good. I think an 8 is more than good. Okay, Foxy gave it an 8. Not Christian stripper. Alexandra says it's giving Christian stripper. Mr. Melon Magic gave it a 2. Tricky gave it a 5. Oh wait, Foxy gave that a 5? Why am I just seeing that? Oh no, you're rating how she did this season. Okay. You're rating how she did this season. I was like, wait a minute. Yeah, DJ, I agree. DJ says Gretchen was a flop, just like Alexis. When it comes to her performance, she was definitely a flop. Daphne gave Katie a 9, Gretchen a 7. Nicole says the dress is beautiful on her. I agree. Anne says I almost thought that he was about to say what the neck do, and not around the neck. And where is your head right now? Not what the neck do. This is not that type of party over here. What the neck do? What is? Excuse me? Not what the neck do. Oh. Jay Mercedes says Kempire is doing charity today. All right. Talk says she should hire that makeup artist for every day. Yeah. Talk to me, Tanya says, because if you see her confessionals and if you see some of her stuff on social media, the makeup is like caked on. Her makeup here, I think that's what's making, I'm impressed. Her makeup looks so well done here. Almost like she's not wearing much makeup at all. But you might be surprised. Even with the simple looks, there's a whole lot of makeup. All right, let's look what Heather Dubrow has. Oh, Heather. Heather, look, and it could be because Heather is just like, and it's probably like a big brand too that she's wearing. But Heather, this looks like something you could have worn in your confessionals. You gave no effort, and it could be because she's the richest on the cast, so she doesn't feel like she needs to do much of anything. And this is why she couldn't be on Beverly Hills. It's like, oh my gosh, this is boring. It's not even terrible. It's just boring. You know what I mean? Like even the necklace, you could have even rented a huge diamond necklace or something to make us be impressed. Sabrina says it's giving prom chaperone. Maybe she is the chaperone for this reunion. Oh my God. Like, come on. And mind you, I saw this before. And I was like, okay, this, I wasn't mesmerized. But here we are. I agree. Rainey says, I love the color. I mean, I'm always going to love this color, like this sort of ox blood color, burgundy color. I love the color, but the dress, even just the way that it's designed, it's not even falling to the ground. I'm like, oh my God, this is so boring, Heather. And again, it's probably a very expensive dress, but I don't like it. Denise says, wedding guest at a Marriott. And it's, oh, yeah, I don't love it, Heather. How are we rating this look? Sorry, Heather, I got to give you a 5. I got to give you a 5, and that might be generous. I don't like it at all. How would you guys rate Heather's look from Real Housewives of Orange County's reunion for season 19? Tricky says, I love a good burgundy, but Heather knows better. This is boring. But she never really gives at the reunion. I don't know why I expected her to give this time around. Maybe because everyone else seems to be giving at the reunion. But, I got to give that a 5. Rhonda gave it a 3. DJ gave it a 1. Keita gave it a 4. End up says the color is fall. Oh, is that for the fall? Rick gave it a 4. Tika gave it a 3.2. Steph couldn't decide between a 2 or a 3. Bada gave it a 2. Chioma gave it a 2. Nicole gave it a 1. Sigurd DSD gave it a 0. Oh. That was boring. All right, Tamra. Okay. Tamra looks good. I have to give it to Tamra. I like this shade of pink. This shade of pink is a little bit more pink than what Katie was giving, more hot pink. This is more of a pink. I actually like Tamra's hair. I like Tamra's shoe. I like her pose. I think she looks good. I guess she maybe put some self-tanner on. I like the glow on her. I actually like this length of hair on her with this dress. Tamra looks good. I mean, nothing special. Do I like this dress more than Gretchen's dress? I feel like Gretchen took a risk. So I can appreciate the risk. I'm going to give her a 7.5. How would you rate Tamra's look? I mean, I really do like her hair and makeup, though. I like this darker blonde on her. Because I know in early years, she had like the lighter blonde. I like the darker blonde on her. All right, Rainey gave it a 9. Booney gave it an 8. Jan gave it a 7. Senti gave it a 7. Dej gave 4 for Heather's look. Talia gave it a 6.5. Daphne gave it a 4. I need you guys to let go of your issues with Tamra and just look at the outfit. Sarai gave it a 3. Slice says it looks too big. Maybe around the waist is kind of giving that. But that might be intentional. They're all kind of giving like Greek goddess. Is that the theme? Just Jewel says Tamara's a 7, but her inside is a negative 10. TA says, I don't like how Tamara's dress is fitting. I could see that. I can see it, but I like it. I'm going to give it a 7.5. And if you're part of the replay crew, be sure to let us know how you would rate the Real Housewives of Orange County reunion looks. They just came out earlier today. So that was Tamara's look. All right. Let's look at Jen's look. Look. Okay. Nothing special about that. I think her hair looks great. I don't really love Jen's fashions generally anyway. And even her reunion look, this is like it's a playoff for her last year's reunion look. I don't feel like there was much of a difference, but I can't remember what she wore. I think it's just a different color. It's okay. I love the red. I kind of wish that it was longer, that it was sort of like draping on the floor. I do love her hair and makeup though, but it's nothing special. Alexandra says the pose is not good. It's giving very much bathing suit, pageant. It's very giving pageantry, the pose. If you had to rate Jen's look and how she did this season, separately numbers. Risa says matron of honor vibes. Yeah, I could see that. Okay, Melly. So I wasn't going crazy. Melly said the same thing that I did. Melly said 6. Didn't Jen wear something similar at the last reunion? Okay, so I'm not going crazy. Let me look it up. Let me look it up because I don't want us to both go crazy. Let me see. Jen, RHOC, season 18 reunion. I think it's just a different color. Okay, it's similar. It's not quite the same, but it's not that different. Let me show you what she wore for the reunion. Hold on. I hate when they have this type of file. Please hold, y'all. While I'm doing that, if you haven't already, be sure to like the video. It's easy for you as supporting the channel. Speaking of supporting the channel, we are doing our annual Breast Cancer Awareness Month fundraiser. We're almost at our goal of $3,000. If you haven't donated, be sure to check out one of our last videos so you can make a donation. Lakia says, "You hate Kempire." Was a theme dress barn store? No, that was not the theme. Okay. All right. So this was her reunion dress from last year. Very similar though. Very similar, right? If you look at it. So this is this year. I mean, her hair is definitely better. Her makeup is definitely better. So let's give her points for that. Look at that. Unless they have a different photographer. But the makeup is definitely better this year. So this is this year. This was last year. Nothing special about her. Again, her fashion it's very simple. Hair last year, This year, I like the color that she has in her hair versus last year. I like the volume in her hair this year. Makeup is a lot better. She definitely looks better. What did I give her? What was my rating for her? I'm going to give her a 7. I love the red. Is she wearing a wedding band? Did they get married? That doesn't look like just her engagement ring. That looks like a engagement ring and wedding band. Did she get married? Does she get married this season? This week is the season finale. Thank you, Lord. You know, I had to talk about other things besides. I could not go live. You know, normally we would go live just for one of the cities, reunion looks, like Potomac's reunion look or Atlanta's reunion. No, I had to throw it in here, so we talked about it. Yeah. And she's sitting next to Andy. I don't know. I guess we'll have to see at this finale what goes down. Oh, that's Clown Rouge. Chris says that's Clown Rouge. Oh, Lord. All right. Okay. All right, Gina. All right, Gina. And I have to say, her confessionals this season have not been bad either. We didn't have really one bad confessional. I can't say the same for Emily. But this oxblood burgundy, this dress, this cut, this might be my favorite reunion look from the OC. Come on, Gina. A round of applause. Gina has never looked better. Hair, makeup, pose. Look at her posing. Did she lose a little weight too? She looks very slim here. She looks great. And I love that you can kind of see through at the bottom of the dress. Like that to me just makes it a little bit more sexier, more youthful. She's my favorite look. She is my favorite look. And I did not expect it. Connor says the hair and makeup ate. Right? Because usually her hair and makeup doesn't. But the dress, I like the dress. Yes, Ty says the peekaboo panty. I love this look. Yeah, take a closer look at the bottom part of her dress. Is she engaged? Look, I see she's got a ring on. Is she engaged? You know what Dainty Bella said? Is it an Asian designer? And if you don't understand that, please do not read into it because you have to be watching Real Housewives of Orange County because that was one of the things that Kiki Monique brought up. We found out this week, apparently Kiki was at the Radio Andy anniversary party, whatever it may be, and she says there was someone else that was there with her when Katie spilled that tea. All right. We still don't know who it was, though. Anyway, back to Gina. Gina, I got to give you a 9.5. No, I got to give her a 10. Give her a 10. Give Gina the 10. Give her the 10. She deserves it. Give Gina the 10. Yes. Maloney says, yes, Gina, giving 10. Okay. Oh, my goodness. What a look. You guys are a mess of the chat. Vicky says 10. Best she's ever looked, right, Rainy Circus? Rainy Circus, best she's ever looked. Daisy Bella says, I kid. Daphne says, I'm going to upgrade my rating for Gina to 8.5. Okay. I love the dress, too. That's the thing. I love the dress, hair, makeup, skin looks great. And she gave a good pose. This is a really good pose. Come on, Gina. Let's hope you bring it at the reunion. Besides, I really hate the fact, and then she makes it about herself. It was a really tough spot for me this season with everything that you were saying on social media. So, if she doesn't get that energy during the reunion, it will be a great reunion for her. I mean, I think she'll have a terrible reunion because she'll make everything about how it affected her. She had no other storyline during the season, but here we are. Oh, Dainty Bella says that the real estate money is finally hitting. I'm happy for her because here's the thing. If this show is gone and she doesn't come back next season, she will, if she really is serious about her real estate business and she really is killing it there, that is a job that she can really be successful at and still live in the casita and live fine. At least she's not living above her means. Foxy says, I love Gina's accent. I'm not even sure what it is because she's from Long Island. It's not giving Long Island. It's giving something else. Gina 10. Okay. I don't know why I can't just say something nice and move on. SW says, OMG, you did great, Gina. Bada Bing says she did lose weight. Yeah, she did. She looks like it. And I'm not saying that she even needed to, but it looks great in this dress. Oh, I love the dress. You guys don't love the dress? I love this dress. I love the color of this dress, but I feel like this dress would look good in pink too. Bree says it's giving lazy Jersey accent. Oh, man. Is she from New Jersey? Okay. Shannon. Shannon doesn't look bad. She's definitely looking age appropriate. Shannon will always give you a skirt. Didn't she give a skirt last year too? She did. She gave a skirt last year. I mean, sometimes she can be hit or miss. She can be hit or miss. I think I preferred last year's dress. It's giving very like doll. The hair, I didn't need the top knot. I think if she didn't do the top knot, I probably would like this hair more. I'm looking at last year's hair and she wore the hair down. I think that would have looked fine with this. I don't think there's anything special here. with the bows on the shoe, it's definitely giving like little girl, little girl. Um, yeah, it's okay. Amanda says she missed the plot. Denise says Alice in Wonderland. The top knot's really throwing me too. I don't really love the top knot. I mean, she's a woman of a particular age. She loves to wear the skirt. I'd like to see her in a long dress, you know, at least one season. She looks okay. I prefer last year's reunion look. It's all right. How would you guys rate her reunion look? I would probably rate this. Damn, 5 popped out of my head. I don't give it. Okay, 5.5. 5.5. A Christmas party, a work Christmas party, Crystal says. DJ says someone said that Archie chose this. Or the new dog. She's got a new dog too. I don't know. How would you guys rate this look? I don't know. It's okay for me. 5.5 for me. All right. Last but definitely not least, when it comes to the Real Housewives of Orange County reunion looks, Emily. Emily looks great, especially because she's had some rough. She's definitely had some rough confessionals this season. I like this color on her. I love her hair. Her hair looks so luscious. Okay. Hair looks very luscious. I love the pink. I mean, not the pink, the red dress, but it's like a different shade of red. The hair looks so luscious. Like she stepped out of a hair shampoo commercial. Makeup looks really great. I see that a lot of them are using self tanner, right? Someone said, Emily, is that a wig? If it's a wig, it's definitely pieces, if anything. I could see her definitely wearing a wig. It looks great. I think she looks great. Kalab says, you think so? Jazz says she looks great, but not the dress. You don't like the dress? I don't mind the dress. I mean, the dress is nothing special. The dress is not anything like stand out. I kind of wish she would have shown some leg. You know what I mean? I'm looking at last year's reunion look. She always gives like long hair at her reunions. I prefer this look though than her reunion look last year. I really like the hair though. The hair looks luscious. How would you guys rate her look? Chris says the dress is boring. A lot of them have boring dresses though. Nothing like special. The only one that really kind of took a risk was Gretchen and Gina. Gina really did take a risk with her dress. You know, because sometimes this won't hit. And then Gretchen's look. You know what I mean? Like she took a risk. I'm not sure. If you guys had to rate Emily's look from 1 to 10, how would you rate it? Jessica says a 6. Daphne says Emily looks good, a 7. The hair is going to make me bump up her score. I'm gonna give her an 8 because I really love her hair. I kind of want to see the hair in motion. I like how they did the hair. Jessica's self tanner like their press. I know what you're gonna say, Jessica. Yeah. At least their self tanner is complimentary though. Complimentary. Penny says Emily who? Emily Simpson from Real Housewives of Orange County. I mean, look, she's showing her arms. She's snatched at the waist. The hair is looking luscious. I'm telling you, it looks like out of a Pantene commercial. All right. Especially because after her confessionals this season, some of her confessionals, I was like, ooh, that was a choice. Just saying. That was a choice. Right? So that was the Real Housewives of Orange County season 19 reunion looks. At least there was somewhat of a theme in the color. Because very often I'm looking at last year's theme. I mean, it wasn't much of a theme, but it was like earth tones last season. This season, it's the pinks. It's like the shades of pink. I'm glad someone wrote them a memo and says we need consistency. We need that for Beverly Hills too. Chris says this photo's edited though. Shut up, Chris. I'm playing. Okay. Miss Miller said that one interview, child. All right. I was about to say Salt Lake City, but Orange County. That was their reunion looks. All right. Last but definitely not least. No, I got a couple of stories I want to get into. First of all, did you guys see Sunday night's episode of Watch What Happens Live? So I briefly talked about it yesterday in regards to Stacey Rush being on there. I think Stacey did a fantastic job. She was entertaining. Andy said that I find you endlessly entertaining. So I took to social media and I was just like, Stacey's not going anywhere. Andy looked at Stacey with such love and adoration. And he said, I find you endlessly entertaining. And Stacey was like, you do? Because, this is Andy Cohen. This is your executive producer. This is your boss. And he's like, I find you endlessly entertaining. And a lot of people are finding her endlessly entertaining. Okay? The Smith sisters that are also on Radio Andy were also guests on the show. So they were playing all the games and things like that. But this was on the after show. So some of you may have missed this. And Andy is, because they used to work for him. Two of the sisters used to work at Watch What Happens Live. So they talked about how he was as a boss. And then he says, would I be invited to the cookout? And all three of them unanimously were like, no. Take a listen to this clip. It's a short clip.
You were the perfect boss. I tell everyone you were the perfect boss. Best boss. And continue to be the best. And you're in the mix, because the staff is small. You're like of the people. Mm-hmm.
All right. But am I invited to the cookout?
No.
And Stacey's reaction, she clutched her pearl. She was like, because I'm sure if he had asked Stacey, she would have been like, yes. First of all, why would he even think to be like, am I invited to the cookout? Why would you even ask? Usually, white folks don't ask if they would be invited to the cookout. Usually, it's initiated. Like, we say it to you.
But am I invited to the cookout?
No.
Oh, one sister looked down like, no.
Oh.
All right. But am I invited to the cookout?
No.
I love how they unanimously said it at the same time. You're not glitching. I just kept on playing it. One more time.
The cookout.
You can't just be handing those out. If you want to be invited, you don't ask.
You don't ask, Andy, but would I be invited to the cookout? No one's ever said, oh, Andy's invited to the cookout. Because you know what Andy would end up doing? Trying to profit off of the entertainment that would be happening at the cookout. You know what he does with black women. Anyway, moving on. I thought that was a funny story that I wanted to talk about. I do want to talk about Real Housewives of Potomac and the preview that came out yesterday for next week's episode. So I wanted to kind of take... Elsie Charles and Kempire taunting Andy. I'm blocked. I'm not taunting Andy. If he's here watching, hey, Andy. I want to play for you. It's 6 minutes, so I have to stop and go. We're playing this under fair use, Bravo TV, and we're promoting your damn episode. I also want to take it piece by piece because there are so many elements that happen in these 7 minutes for the preview for next week's episode. Remember, it ended with them at dinner. It ended with Ashley bringing up the fact that Stacey was trying to date Chris Samuels, Monique Samuels' ex-husband. So let's start there.
Being a big brother.
Let's start there. Sidebar, I noticed that Angel really she's connected to a lot of the different people that are part of the cast or former cast members. Not that she knows them deeply, but she really is ingrained within the area.
Who told you that?
My friend who's a publicist and who works with a lot of athletes, Tatiana told me the night of my Bloom Ball that you had reached out to her.
Okay, now it's freezing. Please
Chris
hold.
Samuels.
I adore Chris Samuels. He is a great man, a great father. We are
How do you
good
know
friends.
these things about him?
Ashley is trying so hard this season that it's turning off the fans. And I told you, please buckle up. You're going to get a lot of that from Ashley and Gizelle this season. Them trying to move stories along, pre-producing things. I don't know why she's so pressed about Stacey trying to get to know Chris Samuels. Chris Samuels is single. She's single. They're both divorcees. They're both good looking. Why is this important? You're reaching Ashley. And this is not, and I know there will be the Ashley stance, the 1 and 2s of you. They'll be like, oh my God, you just hate Ashley. No, Ashley's behavior is annoying. She's reaching. Sorry.
Who told you that?
My friend who's a publicist and who works with a lot of athletes, Tatiana told me the night of my Bloom Ball that you had reached out to her. Chris Samuels.
I adore Chris Samuels. He is a great man, a great father. We are good friends.
How do you know these things about him?
We are good friends.
How did that friendship come to be?
Both of us having gone through a divorce, we have a lot of friends in common, and that's what it is.
Chris is telling people too, girl. It's not even just...
I mean, if you were a guy, wouldn't you tell someone that I was trying to date them? Like, are you...
Boom. Stacey will not be defeated. Keep going, Stacey.
He's not like that. He's not
So you
like
did
that.
it or not?
No, he's not.
Yes, I said, I know.
He is one of Bobby's mentors.
So this is Angel talking because she was saying that Chris Samuels is not like that. He was Bobby's mentor. Remember, Chris was in football, so was Bobby.
So yeah.
Do you know Chris Samuels? Are you and Bobby aware who he is?
We know Chris Samuels because one of the colleges that was recruiting Bobby was Bama, and that's where Chris was going at the time. So I think that he was kind of being a big brother to him, but that's the extent of it.
This lobster is great.
Is it?
It's really good.
Stacey, you want to call Gizelle out? How about you talk about yourself?
And you can see here, Ashley and Gizelle have their alliance because they keep speaking for each other. How about Gizelle, as an OG, stand up for herself? I don't get that. When Stacey came for you about her relationship, you answer it. Not Miss Facetune. Chris, behave.
He didn't really call me out. I mean, I'm just out here in the streets.
You. So listen
Gizelle says, she didn't call me out. I'm just out here in these streets.
and listen good.
I'm hearing.
I'm back with my husband.
Okay.
She back with her husband. She ain't give Chris no poon.
Now,
Wendy says that she didn't give Chris any poom poom.
Actually, we were just getting into the Sean Springs of it all. And here you go, putting on your cape to come and be Captain Save-A-Ho for Gizelle.
See, this is Wendy coming for Ashley. I wonder if more happens. That's part of the reason why Ashley had the energy she did for Wendy during when she found out that Wendy got arrested.
But how many of us have been with NFL players, at least on one date here at this table? Stacey, you're not raising your hand?
Actually, move out the way.
Have you ever met Monique?
oh, haven't. But you all are friends with her, right?
Yeah.
I haven't met her. Maybe one day I will, but I haven't.
Okay.
You can't expose something that's not true. I'm gonna live my best life in that nameless robe and have a great time.
Boom! This is what I've loved about Stacey from last season. When every time they try to take a dig at her and try to make her, falter, very much what you're seeing happen with Angel, she falls for it. Stacey doesn't. Stacey's like, I'm gonna be happy with my nameless robe. Okay. Yes, Stacey, this is the energy. Why don't these people learn?
Where's my name?
And it's a large. You're not a size large.
I'm not thinking about Gizelle or Ashley. Y'all want me to be somebody else so bad, and you just can't accept who I am. It's unbelievable.
I can relate to that, Stacey.
Angel speaking up, she's like, first of all, Stacey's like, you want me to be someone else so bad? And then Angel's chiming in, I can agree with that, Stacey. Girl, the Facetune of it all. Here's the thing. I think we could have rode with Angel if Angel just had owned the fact that, yeah, I use a little Facetune. Y'all use Facetune. Yeah, I'm sorry. Maybe that picture I did a little bit too much. If she had just owned it very much like what Stacey does, I couldn't ride with you with that one, Angel. I was like, she's like, that picture was from years ago, and and then Tia had her back. She's like, well, she's had a baby 19 months ago. I don't think it had anything to do with weight loss in that picture, if we're going to be honest. Okay. All right, let's go inside.
All right, come on, guys.
All right, we're going inside.
Let's go.
That big booty you got, girl.
So they bring out a cake for Wendy.
Happy birthday, dear Wendy. Happy birthday
Did someone say Wendell? I could have sworn I heard Wendell.
to you.
You forced us last year to celebrate you every day.
Yes.
So this year you just get one day.
Okay, get one day.
Yes.
Yay!
Okay, let me get
This is so
plates.
Okay, I have to describe this moment because they're celebrating Wendy's birthday. Everyone's saying happy birthday, clapping. Pouting face Keiarna is coming around, okay? She's coming around and she's such a downer in this scene. I don't know. Again, if you haven't seen it, you follow me on X, you can see it there. Shout out to everyone watching on X, right? Let me see. Hold on, X. Hey, X. She is such a downer in this scene. So they're all excited, and she's just like like real hateful. Wait a second. Do you think Keiarna was the one who said Wendell? If he says that Gizelle said Wendell, right? I thought it's that. Okay. I thought I was hearing things, and I was like, wait, someone said Wendell.
Okay, let me get
this is so
plates.
thank you.
Should we play a game, Wendy?
Let's play a game. Let's play a game. I want to play a game.
Okay, let's get it. Okay.
Tired.
You're not feeling it?
If you want to go
This is Keiarna saying, I'm tired. Girl.
take your time.
Okay, I will.
You tired?
Yeah, I am.
Okay.
Hey, saying good night.
All right, ladies. It's been fun.
Good night, babe.
Good night,
Good night, ladies. Whew. I was excited about this trip.
Have you ever faked being tired? Like you're just over the drama and all of a sudden you start making all these sound effects. She's like, like she's so tired. And she could be tired. Look, don't get me wrong. Filming, doing this kind of work is not easy. But she was such a downer. Such a downer. As soon as she left, I felt like the energy changed.
I got Wendy, issue, no issue.
If I hear that you talked about me,
She's saying Wendy, she's got Wendy, issue, no issue. You are the one who made it an issue, Keiarna. Keiarna, you are the one who made it an issue. You've been making an issue since episode 1. Now it's Wendy, issue, no issue? Oh my God, I can't.
I was excited about this trip. Then I got Wendy, issue, no issue.
if I hear that you talked about me, I will be very, very hurt.
I got Jassi trying to yell in my face.
Always been the fiance, something you'll never be.
My girlfriend is now a catfish. I've seen enough.
What's wrong? You okay?
Yeah, I'm tired. I need to decompress. Yeah, decompress. All right, good night, ladies. Bye, Mama. Bye. Let's start again tomorrow, because today...
So we're not going to see a fun side of Keiarna in this scene, okay? I did see Jassi's been on X. Jassi's been on X, and she's been weighing in regards to the episode. And one of the tweets that she said, I'm paraphrasing, she's like, I came in with, wanting to have fun. She says next week we'll probably see more of a fun side to her. Okay.
No. F.
So is the idea that you decide whether you're going to tell the truth or drink tequila?
Yeah,
I think so. Okay.
They're going to play a game.
Yeah. Hey, Wendy,
Yes.
have you ever been attracted to a woman sexually?
Why is Ashley always the one to ask these same particular questions? Well, like, can we talk about something else? But okay.
Oh my gosh, that's where we're starting?
Yes.
Oh.
It was this stripper at Stadium nightclub in
Stadium
DC.
in DC.
She was so bad. She had braces. I don't know why I thought that was so
braces.
Wendy said she had braces and that turned her on. Braces? Okay.
She was
Let me not judge.
gorgeous.
confession. Because the question you asked, Wendy, I wish you had asked me, because I have always had this crazy crush on Rachel Maddow.
Look, I'm not gonna say I love Tia yet, but Tia, this last episode, she said that she had a crush on Rachel Maddow. I get it, Tia. We see each other. I'm not saying I had a crush on Rachel Maddow, but I get it. I get it.
No, but I said somebody.
Show Rachel Maddow.
I mean, you don't know who I know.
You said Rachel Maddow.
I don't know. I'm so confused.
I just think she's very witty. I like her. She can.
And when you see Tia's husband, who is like a science guy, she likes a sexy nerd. I can appreciate it. I like a sexy nerd. I mean, I like all kinds of things, but I don't mind a sexy nerd. Amanda says, not Rachel Maddow. Oh, Yulissa says, we need Tia. We need Tia because I love the way she gathered Ashley this past week. She's like, what are you struggling with? Keep up. No, Rachel Maddow, the MSNBC anchor. They show her picture. Not Rachel Maddow. I really like Rachel Maddow too, because Rachel's very smart as well. So clearly she has a type. She loves smart and she likes nerdy people, sexy nerds.
I have my number. No, I'm joking.
Okay, I'm gonna say Jazz.
Okay, let's go, Ash.
Okay. Do you wholeheartedly believe that there is no infractions that are happening?
You mean cheating?
With Darius.
Oh.
Again, this is what I was talking about. You're going to see a lot of Gizelle and Ashley trying to pre-produce and bring up stuff. So she's asking Jassi about Darius and the cheating and things like that.
Currently, no. Were there infractions in the past? Absolutely.
Can you imagine if Jassi had said that last season? Again, she was a newbie on the show. She didn't understand how to navigate these waters. If Jassi just owned it, like, yeah, there was some cheating in the beginning of our relationship, but we're all good now. It would have made Jassi so much more likable. But then she went on a whole internet trying to, switch around the narrative, and she just looked like a fool.
Okay. I think we're scratching our heads.
He's a great father.
Here's the thing that's frustrating me. Ashley, of all people, is now trying to say they're still scratching their heads about Darius and his relationship, or their relationship and the cheating. Ashley, you have no room to talk about cheating. Your man was being caught on Grindr with pictures in the hotel room, pinching bodies, facing allegations and charges for pinching people. Like, you of all people can't talk about someone's relationship. There are no current allegations against Darius. Maybe in the beginning of the relationship there was. I don't know if you know something that we don't know. But you of all people can't talk. You were married to Gullum. There were multiple accusations of cheating. And then you guys conveniently like, oh, we had a little bit of, we'd welcome the third party into the relationship. Maybe because he wanted one. So you want to sit here and play these games with Jassi.
I think we're scratching our heads.
He's a great father to two boys that were both either there or already created before me.
But if Jassi can accept it and move on, then by golly, it's good enough for me.
Okay, Wendy's asking the next.
It should be good enough for you, Ashley, with all that you dealt with Gullum in front of our faces for years.
Go ahead. Angel.
Yes! Love it.
So excited.
If you could kill anyone.
Girl, why are you asking that question?
So Wendy asked Angel, because she's sitting over there a little quiet. Angel, I have to say, Angel looks beautiful though. Like in the pose that she has, like the hair is like all luscious and everything like that. So she asked Angel, who in this group would you kill or unalive?
Could kill anyone.
Girl, why are you asking that question?
Who would you kill?
That's not an answer or drink.
I'll answer.
Okay.
In this moment, Gizelle.
Oh! She says Gizelle.
dad. I was so nice to you, and then you called my ass a catfish. And let me tell you. I'm that mother.
She says, I'm that mother effer. Okay, Jassi. I'm not Jassi. Damn. Angel.
I'm happy to be killed by Angel because at least it told us she has a pulse. You gotta at least be honest. So yeah, if you want to kill me, yay.
And she gives a high five to all the ladies, including Wendy. Can you imagine if Kay decided to stay? She would have been a downer, and I feel like Angel would have been different. Wendy tells Angel to come over to the dark side. So she goes over to sit next to Wendy.
It's so interesting.
Mind you, Keiarna's probably hearing them screaming and laughing and things like that. She's sitting in her room like this. Can't call Greg because Greg's probably asleep.
Interesting how once Keiarna left, Angel seemed to rise like a phoenix from the.
So you hear what Wendy's saying here? It's so interesting. Hold on, let me play it for you again.
It's so interesting how once Keiarna left, Angel seemed to rise like a phoenix from the ashes. This Angel is cool.
Boom. So that's a preview for next week's episode of the Real Housewives of Potomac. Again, you know, we recap it every single Monday here on the channel. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be interesting. I'm glad that we're on an international trip already. I'm glad things are getting stirred. However, some of these pre-produced forced moments, forced beefs that we never even got to the bottom of what exactly did Keiarna say about say to Jassi about Wendy. I'm sure that's going to come at some particular point, right? I hope so. Let me say thank you. We had quite a few super chats, so thank you guys so much for the super chats. Don't forget, we are still raising money for Black Women's Health Imperative for Breast Cancer Awareness Month. 100% of your donation goes to the organization. If you're watching the replay of this, it will be along the side here, but if you're here now and you want to donate, head on over to one of our videos here on YouTube, and you'll be able to donate. Again, for those that are watching on Twitch or on X or Facebook, head on over to our YouTube channel. Any of our last couple of videos will have a link. We're almost at our goal of $3,000. I would like to exceed it because we still have how many more days to October? All right. Ashley, thank you so much for the super chat. not the Ashley. Ashley says, please add this to the fundraiser as the link doesn't work for me in London. Thank you. It should. YouTube is global. It should. But thank you so much, Ashley. We will. Cameron, thank you so much for the super chat. Cameron says, Kem, RHOC recap finale takedown Gretchen's versus Heather Dubrow. We'll see. No promises. No promises that I'll be recapping. No promises that it will be live. If I do decide to recap it, it will include last week's episode and this week's episode. Or I might wait till the reunion, especially if the finale doesn't hit the way I think that it should hit, but we shall see. Brandy, thank you so much for being a member for the super chat. Brandy says, happy Tuesday sidebar. I've been watching Real Housewives of New Jersey from beginning, and it's a banger. Yes. The early years of New Jersey Jersey's up there with like my top three. My top three would probably be Atlanta, New York, and New Jersey. New York probably be number one though. Just saying. Atlanta probably be Atlanta might be number three. Just saying. But it's in my top three. So thank you so much, Brandy, for the super chat. Jay Mercedes, thank you so much for super chat. Says, Kempire, did you see Angel complaining about editing yesterday and feeling salty? It's giving one and done. I did see a comment in the comment section where Angel was complaining about the editing, and she's waiting till the season's done to speak about it. So, I mean, I don't know why people don't do their homework before coming on reality television. You have no control over the edit. They will make you look all kinds of crazy. And she's learning the hard way. So Swift, thank you so much for the super sticker. We appreciate your support. Again, guys, if you haven't already, be sure to like the video. We're almost at 500 likes. So if you haven't liked the video already, what are you waiting on? What are you waiting on? Thank you so much for all of the super chats. And thank you to the 465 of you that have already liked the video. And shout out to those of you watching on Facebook and those of you watching on Twitch and X. We appreciate you guys as well. That was it. This was just a Hot Topics Live that I wanted to kind of cover some of the most recent reality television related news. Stay tuned for more. Make sure you're subscribed to the channel. Make sure your notifications are on. If they're not working, turn them off and then turn them back on. But make sure you're following us in other places, like on X, like on Blue Sky, like on Instagram, like on all the places. Okay. Thank you to our King's Guards. Thank you to our channel members. And don't forget, you can hear a audio version of our live recaps and special episodes on the Kempire podcast. So subscribe today to that as well. And don't forget, shout out to our friends over at Factor for sponsoring today's live. Don't forget, you can get a discount and all kinds of special things when you use our discount code. All that information on Factor will be available in the description. And if you want to know more about my skincare routine and you want a 10% off at butterskin.com, use the discount code Kempire10 so you can get their moisturizer or their body wash or their lip balm. All kinds of really cool things are available there. And we will be collaborating for the holidays with Butter, not next month, the following month. So stay tuned for that. And I will see you all in the next one. Thank you all for being here. Again, thank you to our members. Thank you to our King's Guards and our subscribers. We appreciate you. And if you're not a subscriber and you're still watching, thank you for watching in the bushes. But be sure to like the video. We're almost at 500 likes. We're almost there. One more like. 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 There we go. Thank you. 503. Kendra, thank you so much for the super chat. Kendra says, Kempire, wait, we have breaking news. What is the breaking news? Why wouldn't you put in the breaking news? What's the breaking news? What is the breaking news? Foxy's like, breaking news, question mark. I guess I will have to see it after the live and I will do a separate video. Okay. If it's not really Bravo related and something completely separate. Oh, is that the breaking news? The goal was just made. Love you. Thank you so much for the super chat. We appreciate it. Thank you. 538 likes. Thank you so much, guys. I appreciate it. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Again, after the replay crew, be sure to let us know your thoughts. There'll also be along the side of the video or below the video where you'll be able to donate to our fundraiser. We're almost at our goal of 3,000. Where is it? What did she post? Who, what year? Who, what, where? I don't see it. I don't see it. I don't see it. All right. Anyway, and if anything, I will get into some more. All right. All right. Bye, y'all. Talk to you guys later. Here we go now.